in the heavyweight division. In the ring at this time, the referee Charlie Norcus. And now, my good friends, introducing the principals. First, in the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the red trim. He weighed in at an even 221 pounds. This gentleman has 6 wins, 2 losses with 4 knockouts. All the way from Memphis, Tennessee. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome aboard Mighty Mike Jones. And his opponent in the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the gold trim. He tipped in an even 223 pounds. This young man is undefeated in 11 professional bouts with 11 straight knockouts. He is a native of London, England, and now residing in Brooklyn, New York. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Alex, the Destroyer Stewart.
Alex Stewart taking on Mike Jones. And it's kind of ironic because Mike Jones, another Mike Jones, manages Alex Stewart. And when Alex was asked about facing his manager, everyone was kidding about his manager during the week. There's Mike Jones. He said, I like the fact that I'll be settling things on my turf in the ring.
Well, both fighters are managed by Mike Jones. Alex Stewart by Mike Jones, and Mike Jones is managed by himself.
Now it is getting more confusing as the plot thickens. Rules of the New York State Athletic Commission are in effect here at Madison Square Garden Spell Forum. Scoring done on a round system, no standing 8 count. 3 knockdown rule in effect, and there is no saving by the bell except in the last round. Alex Stewart in the black trunks with the gold stripe, and Mike Jones in the black trunks with the red stripe, and Mighty Mike neatly carved into the top of those trunks. And both fighters have come out winning here in the opening round.
Mike Jones took a right hand to the side of the face and stood up to the punch very well. It was last November that Mike Jones went over to Wisbech, England, where he took on local hero James Oibola and was expected not to go too long. It didn't go too long. The only thing is Mike Jones landed his own right hand, and Oibola went to sleep in round 1.
These are important early rounds for Mike Jones because, admittedly so, Alex Stewart is a slow starter. Alex says, it takes me a while to get going.
Well, what that takes is in the dressing room, you got to warm up a little bit longer. If it takes another 10 minutes, you got to do it. And here you see Mike Jones landing some right hands on the chin of Alex Stewart.
Stewart putting together a combination. Charlie Norcus, third man in the ring for this bout.
Alex Stewart certainly has heavyweight poundage behind him, 223 pounds, but he's only 6'1". And today, heavyweights generally go around 6'3", 6'4", with the exception, of course, Catskill Thunder Mike Tyson, just under 6 feet.
Nice left landed by Alex Stewart. Stewart was born in London, England, did much of his schooling in Jamaica, and moved to the Flatbush section of Brooklyn in New York in 1983. He is 23 years of age. Stewart taking it to Mike Jones in this opening round, but still 50 seconds to go.
Those are hard shots. Some bad intentions being put on those shots thrown by Alex Stewart.
I'll tell you, if he says he's a slow starter, I wouldn't like to see what would be happening in the later rounds because this is about the best start he's had in a long time, and he looks strong. Mike Jones doesn't want to get into a rumble with Alex either, does he?
Not at all, because Alex Stewart is improving in the left hook department. His right hand is just crushing. He took out veteran Harry Terrell in March. 1 round, 1 big right hand.
Impressive opening round for Alex Stewart. Round 2 scheduled for 8 heavyweights, Alex Stewart and Mike Jones. Alex Stewart dominating the first round. He has many nicknames. King George, Sledgehammer, Butterfly. But the nickname he's using currently is Destroyer. And that fits him pretty good right now.
That certainly does. He's walking right through Mike Jones. The first half of round one was a pretty evenly contested round. But then the strength of Stewart started to show. The punching power started to show, and he's been just walking right through Jones.
Solid right hand landed by Alex Stewart. A winging right hand.
You know, with the way the heavyweight division is, I'm just going to keep saying it's a paltry lot. Aside from Mike Tyson and Michael Spinks and maybe a few other men, it is a very weak division. Alex Stewart's rise could be very, very rapid.
Mike Jones has been a punching bag here in the early going. He's from Memphis, Tennessee, the city of lights.
And you know, Bruce, that actually can hurt him because there's so few opponents out there who can give him a fight at this level. So right away he's going to be thrown right up into the top. And because the opposition up at the top is not all that strong, he might not develop as he wants to.
Jones looks tired here already in the second. He's absorbed a lot of leather. Stewart, who loves to train. He says you can cheat everybody but yourself. He takes that from a Victor Valley quote, and he uses it every day of his life.
And he's never been a dog in the gym, and we say a dog in the gym. A lot of men, they just skimp on their training. He never has, but he's had that baby fat. And I've watched him in the gym numerous times doing countless number of sit-ups, and he just couldn't get rid of the body fat until finally his managers Mike Jones and Jim Fennell said, hey, listen, you need something more than just gym work.
Inside of a minute in this second round, Stewart continues to dictate the pace. Jones missed with the right there.
One of those shots did get in, though, and Alex Stewart took the shot very well. At this point, I believe Alex Stewart has just nothing but disdain for the punching power of Mike Jones.
Good combination again put together by Stewart. First to the body, then to the head.
Jones is about 2 inches taller, and he's got about an inch reach advantage. And we just don't see him using anything there.
Second round, another good one for Alex Stewart. There is some swelling right next to the left eye of Mike Jones as we begin the third round. Alex Stewart, black trunks, gold stripe. Mike Jones, black trunks, red stripe. Mighty Mike across the front. He has not been mighty, though, in this fight thus far. Although occasionally he lands a blow that does rock Stewart a bit.
A few moments ago, Jones leaned into a right hand, trying to get lucky with it, trying to take Stewart out. But he didn't even really get close. And Stewart's just continuing his work, pumping out that hard left jab, and dropping the right hand behind it. Very nice combination from Stewart.
Stewart's been active. 8 fights in 87, 2 in 88. All of his wins by the knockout route in his career. And he usually starts to find the rhythm in the third round. He's up on his toes a little bit now. Mike Jones' last bout was in February. He knocked out Joe McNeely in Houston in the first round. Stewart again putting the pressure on.
Mike Jones is also a first-round knockout victim. Let's say a technical knockout victim of now actor Lee Canalito, a former Sylvester Stallone fighter.
Oh, that
very quick.
That right hand is landing and landing often now as Stewart begins to uncork the right.
And a man we've seen before, and we're going to be seeing a lot more of, Big Art Tucker, also stopped him down in Memphis, Tennessee last August in round 2. Art is a real prospect. Let's not confuse Art with good-looking Lee Canalito.
But he had Art down in the first.
Art got up. That's what counts. And that was very early in Art's career. Teddy Atlas has done wonders with the young man now.
Alex Stewart is digging those punches into the gut of Mike Jones.
It's the body shots that Alex should stay with. He should forget about the head, because Mike Jones takes one heck of a shot. See, right there, Alex loaded up on the head shot. He would have done himself a lot better if he aimed the right hand at the body.
Jones landed a nice left in return. But Mike Jones is not putting together punches in bunches. Stewart is inside of 20 seconds now in the third round. Jones showing us a pretty good chin thus far.
Alex Stewart moved his hand very nice in that last round and just split the uprights there with a nice hard right uppercut.
Only one fighter has ever gone into the fourth round against Alex Stewart, and that was John Big Red Morton in December of 1987. Everyone else, Alex Stewart has disposed of before the fourth. Let's see if history repeats itself here. Mike Jones in trouble as we begin the fourth round.
It just doesn't do a fighter any good if he keeps knocking men out in round one. Former top contender Ernie Shavers had about 18 knockouts, something like that in the first round. Later on, he said he wished he never knocked those men out in the first round and wished they had gone 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Because when you knock a man out, especially early in the first round with one solid blow, what did you learn? Nothing.
It's a good point. You win the bout, you take the check, but down the line it may catch up with you.
But what you're shooting for one day, championship shot. And it does a fighter much better if in the beginning of his career he goes the distance.
Stewart showing good patience here in the fourth round, picking his spots, landing the jab. Solid right. Another right hand that gets through. Mike Jones up against the ropes, just eating the leather.
There's a man I'd love to see Alex Stewart go up against if the man keeps winning. A former medalist in the 1984 Olympic Games from Italy, Francesco Damiani. He's unbeaten as a professional right now. I know the International Boxing Federation has him in the top 10. I really think that Alex Stewart, the way he looks tonight, the way I feel he can fight, he will take Damiani apart.
Stewart, a pretty good amateur, 44-6, represented Jamaica in the 84 Olympics. Beat a fighter from the Dominican Republic, lost to a fighter from Sweden. But he really never came into his own as an amateur, never received much respect or recognition. Here as a pro, he is starting to get that respect. That right hand earns plenty of respect. Mike Jones is in trouble again.
Well, he's wearing that look of exhaustion. And the referee in there, trimmer than we've seen him in quite a long time, looking better than we've seen him as former heavyweight contender Charlie Norcus is really watching Mike Jones very close.
Mike Jones is ready to go. Alex Stewart is all over him. This one will be stopped. Charlie Norcus calls it off with 18 seconds to go in the fourth round. And that is all for Mike Jones.
He was tottering. His underpinnings since the third round were starting to go. The foundation was crumbling. He was looking every bit like the Williamsburg Bridge. Finally, he caved in.
Alex Stewart dominated this fight from the opening bell. He stops Jones in the fourth.
And you see what happened here. It was a big right hand with a short left hook on the inside and a chopping right hand behind the ear by Stewart. And at this point, the legs of Jones are gone. A hard left hook to the chin. A few shots missed there, and then a hard right hand to the chin. And that was just icing on the cake. He was already on his way down. You see Stewart coming in, keeping those hands high, but throwing lots of shots, really not thinking of anything coming back in return. And, of course, Jones was just too tired, too hurt to throw anything back. And some solid shots found his chin, and it was all over.
Alex Stewart now 12 for 12 with 12 KOs. Look at the glazed eyes of Mike Jones.
That's what we mean when we're talking about the glazed eyes. They're not focusing on anything.
Stewart is improving, and that is the important footnote to this bout tonight. He looks better and better all the time. Jones appears to be okay. Tape being cut away from his hands. And he showed a pretty good chin. He hung tough for 3 rounds and change, but he never was really in this fight.
Not at all. In the first round, he attempted some form of offense for the first half of the round. But then Alex Stewart, who just, what I'm really impressed about tonight is how strong he looks, how physically strong he looks, just started to march right through Jones, and he started taking him apart with the short hooks and the short right hands to the chin.
Jones joined the Marines in December of 1974, was there for 4 years. Turned pro, 6-2 as a pro, but no match for this man tonight, Alex Stewart. Managed by Jim Fennell and Mike Jones, and trained by Edwin Virouette. Virouette says he's got the moves of a champion, and I think that was confirmed tonight. What kind of champion, still to be determined. Ed Darian with the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 2 minutes and 42 seconds of the 4th round, and the winner by a knockout for his 12th straight win and his 12th straight knockout, Alex the Destroyer Stewart. Stewart. And have a nice round of applause for mighty Mike Jones. Let's hear it for him. Nice straight win.
Alex Stewart destroyed tonight. Young man now living in Brooklyn, New York, and keeping his string alive as no one survives the 4th against Alex. We'll talk to Alex Stewart when we return in a moment. Andy Gordon standing by in the ring with the Destroyer, Alex Stewart.
Alex, was it a little bit tougher than you thought, or was it kind of easier? I can't reach this microphone up here.
I thought it was going to be this hard. I didn't think it was really hard. I'd make it out to be. But I was taking my time. I didn't want to chart all myself in one burst. I didn't want to waste any punches. I know this guy was wild and he was strong. And what I told him in the press conference, this guy needs to give me work, is right. He's going to serve us yet.
You know, in the past, I've been on you for a little bit of the baby fat around your waist, but that baby fat is disappearing rapidly.
Well, I'm working harder now than I ever did. And I'm going to keep on working harder. I have a lot more people I like to get, and I want to keep busy.
I had criticized you in there, and I think there's always going to be criticism from me, that you were throwing too many head shots, maybe not enough body shots, because when you were hitting him to the body, he was wincing.
Well, you see, I had to mix it up. I had to throw more to the head to keep him busy, then sneak one into the body. Because he was trying wild, and trying to the body, and then coming out, he could catch me. So I got to try and keep him busy to the head and then go to the body.
I did see something in you today that I don't think I've ever seen before, and that was tremendous physical strength, because reports on Mike Jones said that he was a very strong fighter, and you marched through him as if he was a lightweight. What are you doing to get strong?
Well, I'm working in the gym, doing a lot of sparring, and my coach can tell you, Edwin Virouette, he knows what it takes to go the distance, and he's been the distance. So I'll let him tell you what I've been doing in the gym.
I will get a report card from Edwin Virouette, a man who twice went the distance with Roberto Duran when Roberto was Manos de Piedra. And Edwin, can this man be heavyweight champ of the world one day, or at least a contender?
For me, he's going to be a good contender, and watch out we don't be the champion of the world, because he got the merchandise to supply a lot of fighters. He got the move, he got good moves, he's picking it up. He's learning what I mean by ducking instead of standing up. He's doing a professional job, and I'm proud of him, believe me. This is the rooster I got. For me, this is going to be one of my best fighters I'm going to have around. People's going to hear about him and me, what kind of trainer I am, what kind of fighter I got right here, Alex Stewart.
Okay, let me talk to another Mike Jones. There was one Mike Jones who was beaten up tonight. This is the Mike Jones who was not beaten up. Your report card.
Well, my partner Jim Fennell and I are very proud. I spoke to Jim He's really improving a lot under Edwin, Randy. You saw yourself in there. He's bending now. He's doing all the right things in there. Edwin's doing a wonderful job. As you know, he's fighting May 20th, the initial opening of Gleason's Arena. He's fighting the main event over there, and we're very happy with his progress.
I've been throwing out a few names. One of the names I mentioned today in his move up, a man by the name of Francesco Damiani. Is he ready to take on the likes of Damiani?
Yes. As soon as he hits 10-round status, and we're discussing that, maybe in a few fights, maybe 3 or 4 fights, 5 fights, the Damianis, the Biggs, the David Bays, all of those fighters. He's ready to fight them right now, but we're not rushing them, though.
What does a fight like this do for your confidence?
Well, naturally, this boosts my confidence because this is the farthest I've been. The question I have in my mind is, can I go the distance? Will I stand to the Brisbane pace? I train very hard in the gym, go through this every day. I try and do at least 9, sometimes 10 rounds in the gym just to make sure I can go the distance. So when he was trying to pace me, I knew what I had to do. I knew what I had to work on. I just went out and did it.
Congratulations tonight. You deserve one of my lollipops. He's been training hard enough. Alex Stewart now 12-0. Back to ringside and Bruce Beck.
Alex Stewart with that charming British accent, doing plenty of accenting on the punches tonight. Alex Stewart stopping Mike Jones in the 4th. We'll be back.